Hello damsels, navigating childhood as a Sigma female presents a unique set of challenges and experiences that shape their development in profound ways. Defined by their independence, deep thinking, and a natural inclination towards authenticity, Sigma females often find themselves diverging from societal norms and expectations from a young age. These formative years are marked by internal struggles such as intense self-criticism, navigating complex emotional landscapes, and balancing a strong sense of individuality with the pressures to conform. Each challenge, however, contributes to their growth, resilience, and the forging of a distinct identity that sets them apart throughout their lives. Understanding the intricacies of these childhood struggles provides insight into the rich inner world of Sigma females and illuminates their journey towards self-discovery and empowerment. Number 1. Isolation in individuality. From a young age, Sigma females often experience a profound sense of isolation due to their strong sense of individuality. They think differently, have unique interests, and don't easily fit into the typical social molds of childhood. While other kids might be interested in playing the same games or following popular trends, Sigma females might be more drawn to solitary activities like reading, exploring nature, or pursuing a specific hobby that sets them apart. This individuality, while a core strength, can also be a source of loneliness. They might feel like outsiders struggling to find peers who share their interests or understand their way of thinking. School can be particularly tough as the social dynamics often revolve around fitting in and being part of a group. Sigma females, with their independent spirits, might feel out of place in these settings. Their sense of being different is not just a phase, but a fundamental part of who they are. This often means that they spend a lot of time alone, which can be both a comfort and a burden. On one hand, solitude allows them to explore their interests deeply. On the other hand, it can lead to feelings of isolation when they long for connection and understanding. Adults, including teachers and parents, might not always recognize or appreciate their individuality, sometimes mistaking their solitary nature for shyness or social awkwardness. This lack of understanding can further deepen their sense of being misunderstood and alone. Number 2. Misunderstood assertiveness. Damsels. As a child, a Sigma female's natural assertiveness can often be misunderstood by those around her. She tends to speak her mind and stand up for herself, which can come across as being aggressive or rebellious, especially in environments where children are expected to be more submissive and compliant. This assertiveness is a fundamental part of who she is, but it can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts with both peers and adults. In school, for example, she might challenge a teacher's explanation if she doesn't agree or if she has a different perspective. While her intention is simply to engage in meaningful dialogue and seek clarity, teachers might interpret this behavior as disruptive or disrespectful. This can result in disciplinary actions or negative labels that don't accurately reflect her true nature. With her peers, her straightforwardness can be intimidating. Other children might misinterpret her direct communication style as bossiness or arrogance. This can make it difficult for her to form close friendships, as her intentions to be genuine and honest might be seen as abrasive or confrontational. At home, her assertiveness might clash with family dynamics, especially in households that value obedience and conformity. Parents and siblings might struggle to understand her need to express her opinions and stand her ground, leading to frequent disagreements and tension. This constant battle to be understood can be exhausting for a Sigma female. She knows she's not trying to cause trouble. She just has a strong sense of self and a desire for authenticity. However, the reactions she gets often make her feel like she has to choose between being true to herself and being accepted by others. As a result, she might start to doubt herself, wondering if there's something wrong with her approach. Over time, she may either withdraw, keeping her thoughts to herself to avoid conflict, or she might become even more determined to assert her independence, further reinforcing the misunderstandings. This struggle with misunderstood assertiveness shapes her childhood experiences and can have a lasting impact on her confidence and relationships. Hello, damsels, before we move to the next interesting point. If you're finding value in this video, consider subscribing to our Sigma Female Dynasty channel for more insightful content like this. Your support helps us continue creating and sharing helpful information with our community. Thank you for watching. Number 3. Intense self-criticism. Sigma females often grapple with intense self-criticism from a young age. They set incredibly high standards for themselves, driven by a deep desire to excel and live up to their potential. This relentless pursuit of perfection means that even small mistakes can weigh heavily on them. They constantly feel the pressure to be better, to do more, and to never fall short of their own expectations. In school, this self-imposed pressure can manifest in various ways. If they receive less than perfect grades or struggle with a particular subject, they might view it as a personal failure rather than a learning opportunity. They tend to be their harshest critics, often focusing on what they did wrong instead of celebrating their successes. This can lead to a cycle of stress and anxiety as they push themselves harder and harder to avoid the sting of perceived failure. At home, this perfectionism can be just as challenging. Sigma females often take on a lot of responsibilities, wanting to prove their capability and earn approval. They might help with household chores, take care of siblings, or strive to be the perfect daughter. Any slip-up, no matter how minor, can feel like a significant setback, reinforcing their internal narrative that they are not good enough. Socially, their self-criticism can make interactions more complicated. They might overanalyze their conversations, worrying about whether they said the right thing or if they were liked. This can make them hesitant to engage fully, fearing judgment or rejection based on their own critical view of themselves. The high expectations they set aren't just about external achievements, they also extend to their personal qualities. Sigma females might feel that they need to be kind, intelligent, strong, and independent all at once. When they inevitably fall short of these ideals, the internal backlash is swift and severe, leading to feelings of inadequacy. This constant self-scrutiny can be exhausting and take a toll on their mental health. It can make it difficult for them to relax and enjoy their childhood, as they are always striving to meet an ever-rising bar. Understanding and managing this self-criticism is a lifelong journey for many Sigma females, as they learn to balance their drive for excellence with self-compassion and acceptance. Now at number 4, resisting conformity pressures. Damsels. From an early age, Sigma females often face significant pressure to conform to societal norms, but their strong sense of individuality makes this challenging. They are naturally inclined to march to the beat of their own drum, valuing authenticity and personal truth over fitting in. This desire to stay true to themselves frequently clashes with the expectations of family, school, and society. In school, Sigma females might resist participating in popular trends or group activities that don't align with their interests or values. While other kids might be eager to follow the latest fads or be part of the in crowd, Sigma females are more likely to pursue their own unique interests, whether that's reading obscure books, engaging in creative projects, or exploring nature. This nonconformity can make them stand out, sometimes inviting unwelcome attention or even bullying from peers who don't understand their different choices. At home, family members might have expectations for them to follow traditional paths or adhere to specific roles. For example, parents might encourage them to take up certain hobbies, dress in a particular way, or pursue a conventional career path. However, Sigma females often push back against these pressures, wanting to forge their own path and make decisions based on their true passions and interests. This can lead to conflicts and misunderstandings, as their family might see their resistance as rebellious or ungrateful. In the broader context of society, they encounter numerous norms and stereotypes about how girls and women should behave. Sigma females often feel constrained by these societal rules, whether it's the expectation to be demure and agreeable, or the pressure to prioritize relationships over personal goals. Their independent nature drives them to challenge these norms, which can be a lonely and difficult journey. Navigating this tension between self-expression and societal conformity is a core struggle for Sigma females. They constantly have to balance their desire to be themselves with the need to fit in enough to avoid social alienation. This balancing act can be exhausting, as they try to carve out a space where they can be true to themselves without completely rejecting the world around them. Despite the challenges, this struggle also strengthens their character. They learn resilience and develop a strong sense of self, as each act of nonconformity reinforces their commitment to living authentically. Over time, they become more adept at finding and building communities of like-minded individuals who appreciate and celebrate their uniqueness, easing the burden of societal pressures. Number 5. Difficulty in finding true friendships. Damsels. Forming genuine friendships can be particularly challenging for Sigma females during their childhood. They have a natural preference for deep, meaningful interactions over the more common superficial social exchanges. While many kids are content with casual friendships based on shared activities or proximity, Sigma females crave connections that are based on mutual understanding, shared values, and intellectual or emotional depth. This desire for meaningful relationships often puts them out of sync with their peers. In school, they might struggle to find classmates who are interested in the same things or who appreciate their way of thinking. While other kids might be focused on the latest trends or group activities, Sigma females are more likely to be absorbed in their own pursuits, like reading, art, or exploring new ideas. This can make it hard for them to find common ground with others, leading to feelings of loneliness and isolation. Their peers might also misinterpret their introspective and thoughtful nature as aloofness or disinterest. Sigma females often prefer one-on-one conversations or small groups where they can have more substantial discussions. But this can come across as being antisocial or standoffish in larger, more boisterous settings. As a result, they might be overlooked or misunderstood by classmates who don't take the time to get to know them. Additionally, Sigma females tend to be more discerning about whom they let into their inner circle. They value authenticity and trust, and they are cautious about forming friendships with people who don't share these values. This selectiveness, while protecting them from superficial relationships, also means that their pool of potential friends is smaller, making it even more challenging to find those deep connections they seek. This can be frustrating and disheartening, especially during a time in life when social connections are so important. They might feel like they are constantly on the fringes, never quite fitting in with any group. Over time, this can lead to self-doubt and a sense of being misunderstood. However, the friendships they do form are often incredibly strong and fulfilling. Once they find like-minded individuals who appreciate and understand them, these relationships tend to be very deep and lasting. Sigma females are loyal and supportive friends, and they invest a lot in maintaining these connections. The challenge of finding these friendships teaches them the value of quality over quantity and helps them develop a strong sense of self-reliance and independence. Number 6. Early exposure to responsibilities. Sigma females often find themselves taking on significant responsibilities at a young age, either by choice or circumstance. This early exposure to responsibility can be both a blessing and a burden. On the one hand, it helps them develop a strong sense of capability and self-reliance. On the other hand, it can lead to burnout and a feeling of missing out on the carefree aspects of childhood. In many cases, Sigma females are the ones who step up when something needs to be done, whether it's helping to take care of younger siblings, managing household chores, or assisting with family finances. They often find themselves in roles that require maturity and reliability beyond their years. Their natural inclination to be dependable and proactive means they are often the go-to person in their family or community. While this sense of responsibility can instill a strong work ethic and practical skills, it also comes with significant pressure. The weight of these duties can be overwhelming, especially when it feels like they have no choice but to succeed. Sigma females might feel that they cannot afford to make mistakes or show weakness, which can create a constant undercurrent of stress and anxiety. This heavy burden can also rob them of the typical joys of childhood. While their peers are playing and exploring without a care in the world, Sigma females might be preoccupied with their responsibilities. They might miss out on social activities, leisure time, and the simple pleasures of being a kid because they are too busy managing tasks that others rely on them to complete. In school, their sense of responsibility can make them excellent students and leaders, but it can also mean they take on too much. They might volunteer for extra projects, help classmates with their work, or get involved in numerous extracurricular activities. While these experiences can be enriching, they can also add to the load they carry, making it hard for them to find time to relax and unwind. Despite the challenges, this early exposure to responsibility shapes Sigma females into resilient and capable individuals. They learn to juggle multiple tasks, think critically, and manage their time effectively. However, it also teaches them the importance of balance. As they grow older, They often have to make a conscious effort to carve out time for themselves, to say no when they need to, and to prioritize their own well-being alongside their responsibilities. In the long run, the ability to manage significant responsibilities while maintaining personal well-being becomes a valuable skill. Sigma females learn to appreciate the importance of self-care and leisure, understanding that taking time to recharge is crucial for sustaining their productivity and happiness. This balance allows them to thrive not just as reliable individuals, but as well-rounded and fulfilled people. Thank you for watching, damsels. See you in the next vid. Bye and stay blessed.